Hi,
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
back again.
Yeah, you say. So, what you say? Um, you want to set the record straight
Yeah,
and the guys.
yeah, I want to be fair.
So as in guys, as in what? Baby fathers.
Baby fathers.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I gave baby mothers, I wouldn't say a hard time, but
Mm,
they had their, I gave them, a
mm.
piece of my mind to
Yeah.
the general
Yeah.
public. And I think to equal the score, I've got to do the same thing when it comes to baby fathers, dads.
Mm.
Yeah, in as a whole.
So what's your main issue that you have with baby fathers then?
Their involvement. It's all right saying mums need to do more,
Yeah.
but so do dads. It's a 50-50
Yeah.
collaboration.
Yeah.
Dads will say, oh, well, I can't give her money because she does this, that, and the other with the money. Well, go and do shopping. Buy the favourite stuff that your kids like. Give them the money to buy the stuff that they want. If you see them not buying the money, then you see them using the money on not what you gave it them for, i.e. a pair of trainers, a dress, or whatever. The next time you take them shopping, you make it straight. If you don't buy what I give you this money for, the next time I'll take you shopping, or the next time I'll buy it for you. You've got to stand your ground as much as the baby mothers. Don't tell me you don't get on with the baby mother. They're just excuses. Just excuses not to do the right thing. There's no, so it's all good when you was making the baby. So there must be some even ground.
Yeah.
Right down to school. If you don't want to think, school letters can be sent to the father as well as to the mother. Schools will do that. Once again, the train. Schools will do that. Schools will send separate letters to parents recognizing that you are separate individuals. Phone parents separately. You should be willing to come to a mutual understanding, even if it's down to phone calls because you don't want the man in your house or you don't want to go to the woman's house. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So excuses to me don't work. So I don't do that baby father game.
Well, from I think is I hear what you're saying, and I like I said, I don't think there should be any excuse. But at
No.
the same time, there is a reality that we have to look at
Yes.
and analyze and live at. And there, like we said, the fact the fact is, I think most baby mothers would rather be a single mother rather than being a couple, yeah, to bring up that kid because or that child, yeah. So I think if you look at it, the way the benefit system
Yes.
is set, the system is set to have, you can now only have a person to sleep over in the household for 3 days a week,
Yes.
yeah. But at the same time, if they thought or think that you are doing more than whatever they think you are, then that person is gonna be liable, which is the mother, yeah,
Yes.
of the house, yeah. Now, the big issue is she never wants to be liable for whatever the situation is, yeah, the circumstances, because if her rent is not paid, yeah, and her council tax or whatever the situation is, yeah,
Yeah.
now she's in a problem, yeah, and she's not thinking that she can depend on the guy to do all these things for her. So she depends on the system. So the system's got a bigger say. Now, what I would say is, I believe most women should stop depending on the system
Great.
and start depending on themselves. Yeah, and then I believe the black community per se would have more dads involved in the house because the woman wouldn't be as quick as to say, get out the effing house, get out my house.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it kicks off, that's the first thing she
I
will
agree.
say.
But, sorry to interrupt.
No, yeah,
Why
but-
can't we just spin that around?
Okay.
Why is it okay a guy can only stay 3 nights a week? But then why can't she go to his and spend the other 3 nights a week with his
Yeah, because
and her children?
yeah, because-
it's
So-
it's a balance.
I know, but I don't cut you now, so I'm just trying to interject as you go along.
Yes.
So when you said that, go to the guys are so basically, most guys live what you call a bachelor lifestyle.
Yes.
It's not a suitable environment per se for most kids.
Make
yeah?
it.
So, well, no, you can make it, but then again, if you're in a one room, it's not accommodating. So what I'm saying is most likely it's always the mum's house where you call a home or the kids call a home. Where
Okay.
yeah. Now I'm not saying that in some situation because for example for I've got space where I can accommodate my kids if they come to my house.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is just one situation. What about most of the guys who, like I said, live in a flat or a share house? Yeah, but like I said, they can go over to the house and spend 3 days. But then if the mom should come over to their house with 2, 3 kids, it's not gonna be the same. So it's easier for the mom to call home, home.
I don't take that away from anything you're saying, and up to a degree, I totally agree with you. But there's lots of guys out there, if they were honest enough with the system and told them I need a 2 bedroom because I've got kids to support
True that.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
the housing would provide 2 bedroom property
True
to
that.
allow him to have his kids X amount. There's no limit on how long you can have children at your home. There's only a limit on how long a partner can be at your home.
Yeah.
Okay? So I don't see how you can make that an issue if you choose to. And if the guy was doing the right thing, even if he was doing his little hustle, he should be able to and rent in a private house. You can afford
I know.
to rent a 2 bedroom
Yeah.
because you're doing your little hustle. If he was working, then the housing benefit would kick in and pay the extra and the added rent support that was required.
Yeah.
We live in a country.
I personally believe, and this is my say,
Yes.
yeah, and it's probably not the best say, but I will say, I believe personally that mothers is to be blamed for most, yeah, not every, yeah, for most of this, lack of dads being in the household. Now, it's got to do, like I said, with respect. That's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number two, the attitude. Yeah. Yeah, which is the same. It falls in the same line. Respect covers everything,
Yes.
basically. So therefore, let's just stick with respect. Now, if that child doesn't see his or her mum give their dad that respect or speak to their dad with respect.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's a two-way role, Don't get that twisted as if I'm saying, okay, the guy's supposed to give the mum respect.
Yeah,
Period.
speak to her
Straight,
just
straight,
as
yeah, straight,
respectable.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, we're talking about, yeah. So, with the reason why most guys are lack in the household. Now, I'm saying, if most women give guys respect, yeah, then I believe they would have had more guys in the household. Because what you have to remember, as speaking from a male point of view, now if I was supposed to be in any female's attention surrounding, yeah, and they should tell me, get out my house and don't come back, I'm not going back. I'm telling you that, yeah. Whether the kids there or no kids there, I'm going to meet them somewhere else with my kids. I'm telling you, I won't be going in that house. You understand me? Yeah, but I will still be seeing my kids. Don't get that twisted. That's not an excuse for me not to see my kids. Yeah, I'm still going to...
But I'm glad you said that because that's the spin. There's always a way.
It's always
There's
a way.
an alternative.
Yes, but I'm saying sometimes the mums don't make that easy because at the end of the day, as a guy, if you're going to tell the father of the child all these things and get out your house and do all this and whatever, then like I said, you don't show him no respect. And
No,
how
I
do you
agree.
expect that child to now speak to his or her dad? Because the child live what they learn.
Yes.
Yeah, and if they heard you speak to the dad in a funny way, they're gonna feel like, okay. So think about this now. The house is normally run by the mother, who is the boss of the house. We know that, yeah. So the dad, of course, he's the male of the house, yeah. But the mum always, if she's that type of mum, she's gonna be doing the most around the house. So basically, this is her kingdom, yeah. What she says goes, yeah. We know that. So basically, if the child
Shouldn't be like that though.
I know it shouldn't, but we're just talking reality, because this is how most people see the environment. A dad will come in and I'm at my house, I'm the king of my house at the same time, but at the end of the day, my baby, she runs the house. She does everything what's supposed to do. I do the masculine things around the house, make sure the bills is paid, make sure everything, take care of, make sure food is in the house, whatever. If the garden needs, that's my job. All of that is my job.
Yeah.
So certain things I take on, but certain things I leave to her. I won't go in there arranging tables and arranging just a bed to put whichever. This is what I'm saying. So it's their
The
place.
home
You know what I mean? The home
furnishing.
furnishing, all
Yeah.
that is their stuff. You
That's
know what I
their
mean? I don't
domain.
know what's cooking later. I don't know none of that. You get me? Yeah. So she's the one who take care of all of that. So what I'm saying is, yeah, if she's getting that attention and that respect, yeah, and that priority in the house, saying, okay, you are the queen of the house. Now, if she doesn't show that same respect to the king and says, okay, that's the king of the house, yeah. Now, how does the little prince or princess in the house is gonna think like, okay, well, this is my king, this is my queen, but then I heard the queen talking to my king in a way, so why should I have to? And it's not always the
I can't even
case.
disagree with you because I can, like I said in the last interview, I can only reference through personal experience. And when me and my husband split up, we were arguing. I was driving, we was on loudspeaker. I was arguing, he was arguing. I picked up the kids. He said something that was out of order. I said, you know what? I got the kids in the car. I'm not having this conversation anymore. And I ended the conversation because it's not fair on the kids to hear whatever adult slash abusive
True.
words that need to cross between the two of us. Even when we weren't getting on, when the youngest started playing up, we sat down and we showed him, doesn't matter if we don't get on, doesn't matter if we argue,
Yeah.
you can't twist all of that for your own convenience. We will always come together as a collaboration and resolve the problem. On many occasions, I've told him, I don't want you at the house for various reasons. So I can't say I've never done it, because I have. Don't come here. Just, I can't be doing with you. You're too much stress in the head. He's come. He's picked him up. He's took him to the cinemas. He's took him to food court. He's done his little thing with him in the short time that he's got to give.
So
That's why I said, where there's a will,
so there's
there's
always
a way. There's a way.
So the good
I
thing.
can't say that what I did was good.
So the good thing is, Sharon, is this: what you have to give God thanks for. Yeah, your kids turned out. What you said. What was the word you'd say? Successful. Yeah.
Two of them.
Yeah. So
Two
basically.
of them I'm proud of and are doing well in their lives.
Yes. So yeah, going university,
Yeah.
etc. So therefore, at the end of the day, you've got to give thanks to that. Yeah. So.
Of course.
But if the table was supposed to turn in the other side, now there would be a part of where you could blame yourself to say, okay, I kicked the dad outside the house. I tell him I didn't want him in the household. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching this thing. Yeah. And they've got this guy that they're calling like some house dad or whatever.
Okay.
So he's on a call. So if your child was misbehaving,
Yes.
you could call him and he could come in. So he's like a boot camp soldier
Oh
guy.
yes,
whatever,
I've
yeah.
seen the
But,
I've seen the show. It's a black guy.
It's a black guy,
He's
yeah.
very militant
Very
with
militant.
the children.
But this is it. So this little boy now, he was in school. He's done all this stuff, yeah. So when he came to the house, the mum was reading a whole list of what bad things, naughty things
Yeah.
this guy had done. He was only 6 years old, yeah. So she was like, oh, he kicked me. He was swearing at school. He says he's not doing whatever she was saying
Yeah.
down the line, yeah. But in the same list, she read out a very important line that even she overlooked, the instructor guy overlooked, yeah. She then said, oh, he kicked me saying that, oh, he's not doing his work because he wants to go to his dad.
Okay.
Now, that's the line, because this kid is misbehaving because the lack of his dad,
Yes.
the absence
Yes.
of his dad. Now the mum, rather than trying to communicate with the dad, well, I don't know what the situation was, but basically the kid is acting up for his dad. Now, whatever the situation was, she should have tried to be mending that to try and sort that out with the dad, for the kid's sake, yeah, for the child's sake, yeah. I keep saying kids, yeah, for the child's sake. But what she did, she ended up calling a service that she's paying for, yeah, to come and rectify this personal
Rather than
problem,
going to the-
rather than going to the direct source, which is the dad, because you overlooked the statement where the kid made.
The
and
most
says,
important
the most
thing.
important thing, he says, oh, I'm not doing it. Oh, I want to go and live with my dad. I don't want. Now, this is telling you something, unless you don't want to listen.
Now, if you remember the last time we talked, I turned around and made it clear that boys reach a certain age and they need their fathers.
Yeah.
A woman cannot teach a boy how to shave.
Nope.
She doesn't know what it means to become and be a man.
Yeah.
The only person that can do that
Is a man.
is a man. Whether it's a stepfather
Yeah.
or the father, it'd be best. It would be a blessing if it was the father.
Yeah.
And you'd have to have a really hands-on stepfather that was willing to show a boy if you cream shave,
Yeah.
if you dry shave,
Yeah.
slash rate, all
Just-
of it.
Just sympathy.
Yeah, it's the little. It's
Yeah.
the little things. It's never the major things. But
Yeah.
those little things, they all count.
Yeah, but
Every single one of them.
But you-
And a woman must know that when her son reaches a certain age, she has to let the father step in. You are not a man.
So this is my next thing, Sharon. Yeah, one of the biggest issue what we have now, yeah, is our kids, and how they behave, yeah, and something that tends to boys with mums, yeah. So when the boy get to a certain age, yeah, his dad probably trying to speak to him, even if his dad is in the household, you know,
Yes.
yeah, and he's probably trying to speak to this child,
I know where you're going.
and he's got ways where you think, oh, the dad, like I said, he's a man. He's been there. He's done that. Yeah, he can see where this child's probably trying to go, and he's probably trying to like, okay, you know what? And then mom will then step in, and then she will, oh, don't talk to him like that. Don't. And then once that goes on, now the child will now realize now that okay, I've got mom on my side, so he will do all the things he knows he wants to do, knowing that his mum is going to back him, yeah, and he's going to get away with it. Now, this is the issue that we have now, yeah. When these child now get themselves in a certain situation, yeah, now the mums will sit back and now they start thinking, oh, and they start crying, and they don't see. No, I'm not blaming the mums for all of this, you know, don't get me twisted, but what I'm saying is, yeah, it's wrong when mothers do that. When mothers see kids reach 10, 11, 12 and they start thinking like they start smelling the armpit and they start acting up and think
the hormones,
yeah,
the testosterone,
and, the
starts
testosterone start kicking, and the dad's trying to talk to the boy and says, okay, listen, you have to allow them, because if you don't leave them, you're gonna end up sorry in the long run.
Yeah, that's when the mother needs to know it's time for her to let go.
To let go. No, I'm saying
no. She has to let go. As far as the looking after them, personal clothing, this, that, and the other. But when I'm talking let go, I'm talking about their mental needs.
Yes.
That's when I say it's time to let go. They need to let go of the. It's not time for the cuddling, the plaster, the kissing. It's time to let go and let dad.
Because if you want your son to grow into a man, yeah, and a righteous one as well,
yes,
yeah, who does the right thing and try and stay on the right path, then he needs examples. No, I'm not saying that every man is a good example to their kid or to their son, but I'm saying, yeah, you need that masculine figure, yeah, to step in to do certain things.
Yes.
And if you don't allow him that space, yeah, and give him that respect, it goes back to the respect again, because if you don't respect him, that's when you're going to step in. Now, when you should step in is when you realize or recognize that this man is abusing his position. Yeah,
okay.
That's when you step in. So if you think that okay, he's doing something that's inappropriate, yeah, in any form, you can step in and says, okay, Dad, that's not right. In fact, you should probably pull him up
after. When you were saying, I was going to say, even if you don't agree, you never pull them in front of the child,
because that's the next issue as well, Sharon.
Yes,
people are pulling up the dads in front of the child. You cannot do that, because you're trying to adjust a situation in front of a child.
And as the saying goes, you're trying to show your son that your dad's a mama man.
This is it, because he's got to listen to what you're saying, and your way or no way.
Yeah. So I don't agree with this is why I say parents need to sit down and talk. When a child's going in a certain way, you sit down and you collaborate. And I agree, not all the time these things can be handled, because the relationship is so toxic, it just doesn't work. But somewhere in the big picture, you can go to his parents, his dad, his mother, and say, listen, I can't talk to him because of this, that, and the other. But you need to talk to him and make him understand his son needs his dad, right? And right now, I'm struggling, and it's important that he steps in. I'll bring him round here so that we don't have to see each other. That's why I keep saying, where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to go to a family member, an auntie, an uncle, a grandparent. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always somebody in the family, and sometimes beyond the family.
I know, but sometimes.
What's a godparent there for?
Yeah, but sometimes most godparents don't even play their real role as
And
God.
I take that role quite serious.
Yeah, they should do, but most people don't. But including myself, because I am a goddad myself.
I take that role very
I'm gonna
serious.
Tell you, I really still. So saying that, one of my main issues as well, what I have with mothers, yeah, because as we know, mothers does more shopping for the kids.
Yes.
As in clothes wise. Yeah.
Okay.
So the dads don't really do the shopping thing, yeah. Now, one thing what I can look through some of these mothers' eyes and see what they like for their son is what they like seeing on their man. Yeah?
Okay.
Now, it's not necessarily an appropriate thing to do, and this is why I said that. In our community, which is the black community, the black child, the black boy, should I say, because the girls are okay, yeah, doing a lot better. No, they are doing way better than boys. Yeah, it's not even finger. You can't name 5 girls who you know in prison. I could name 20.
Not
30,
in prison,
40.
no.
This is what I'm
but
saying.
I can show name
Yeah.
girls that have got bad reputations that they don't deserve to have
I understand what you're
because
saying.
of lack of loving from the mother
This is
and
it.
father.
So that's not their fault.
It's another
either.
route.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is this, yeah. When you look, yeah, and you see how some of these mothers, some clothes that they buy for the son, yeah, you're thinking, okay, are you trying to get him to look like a gang member? Are you trying to get him to look like a... And you can't ask me what a gang member look like,
No.
because everyone knows what a
I
gang
know.
member look like.
Do you know what I think? I've got to stop you there. Do you know what I think the problem is there? They give him the money to buy what
No,
they like.
I don't think so.
But you see, this is and it's nice that we see from 2 different angles, right? And there are kids out there that are hustling and making the wrong money, so buying the wrong clothes,
Yeah.
and don't rely on the parent to buy the clothes.
And at what age would you say that kid would be out there doing that? What age would you say?
God.
Because for me...
From the get to their teens.
Yeah, exactly.
13,
exactly.
14.
So why would you see a 10, 11, 12-year-old boy on the street dressed in his full black, full whatever? All he needs is a balaclava for you not to recognize
Yeah, I
him.
know. Well, then,
Now,
the
when
mum.
when the police drive down the road and the police sees him, the police is like, okay, who is that?
profiling
Yeah,
then.
it's profiling him. Yeah, but at the end of the
Starts
day,
watching this. This is a child we need to watch.
this is what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, the way you dress, so people gonna say, okay, how can the white guy child dressing the black thing? No, they haven't got this issue. We have got to look at the issue that we have.
Some of the white boys have, if his main friends are black, because police profile
This is- yeah,
and
but-
watch children.
yeah, but that's what I'm
But
saying.
he's less likely to get harassed than the black boy is going to get harassed.
Then, like I'm saying, we are talking
Yes.
about the ones in our community
Yeah,
and that,
okay.
what we are. So what I'm saying is, yeah, if these kids keep on dressing like this, now when the next kid is coming from up the block who is a gang member, yeah, he's coming down the road on his bike or in his car, whatever he's doing, and he sees this next kid in full black. Right away his antenna is out. Oh, who's that? Which man's that on the block? Yeah. But if the same child was wearing a white t-shirt like I am now,
Yes.
yeah, and a blue thing, my man probably wouldn't even take a second look.
No, I know.
Yeah, and he could be wearing this and still be a part of a gang. Don't get me twisted,
Yeah.
yeah. But what I'm saying to you is the stereotype, yeah, and how you've been
Well, black
profiled.
is classed as Manchester colours. If you knew that.
I know, but I didn't knew that. But that's not something that I want to really hone, because, like I said, to me now, what I'm looking at, yeah, is progress, yeah, and our child getting opportunities
Yes.
to try and reach the different levels. And what I'm seeing is like kids riding around in all black balaclavas
Right.
down. I'm saying
I
to
have
kids,
to intervene.
Yeah.
Sorry. I agree with you about the parents and what they buy the kids. But you can buy your son a pair of black trainers and not no thought he likes his tracksuit. So you buy him the tracksuit without no thought that he's got black trainers. Or he sees this lovely hoodie that he likes, but it happens to be in black.
true that,
And then you buy him, and then all of a sudden your son's just made an outfit
yeah, true
without
that,
you realising it.
true that.
that's all black.
Yeah.
You need to stop him before he gets out the door
Well, this is the
in
next
all
thing.
black. Now, when I was buying clothes for my kids,
Good point.
I was sat in the sports shop, and I told them, don't bring me no trainers with any form of black on them. I made it a literal thing. Do not bring me nothing that's got black on them.
So you see what I'm saying?
Right?
though?
So I was quite strict, only because I learnt it from my first son, who used to like wearing black, but I never thought nothing of it. But I was a young mum, but I'm not going to just put it down to youth. He used to be into Tupac, so he always wanted to wear bandana here, bandana there,
Yeah.
and I never thought nothing
yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I thought it was innocent. I didn't really recognize the road he was going down. I told you the last time, his dad was actively involved in his life. And he didn't join any gangs, but he became a criminal same way. But we didn't see the journey.
This is it. Yeah.
Just didn't see the journey.
Yeah.
I bought him bandanas in all sorts of colours because he loved bandanas. He'd wear them around his ankles. Do you understand what I mean? To me, it was just a fashion accessory.
But you know what I say, yeah? For example, yeah, you've got gang members, yeah, who used to be gang members, now
Yes.
they're not, and they're trying to live a good life now,
Yes.
yeah? Now, what I say to them, like these men, yeah, who come now and recognize and realize
Yes.
where they've gone wrong. Now, I don't think I've seen a lot of them like stepping out in the community saying, look, listen, young guys, we need to get this sorted, yeah? Like I said, some of them need to try and make sure that they see and notice what the sons are doing,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you don't want your son to come out and made a mistake that you've made, yeah, all this time, and now you just realize that all that warring and all that fighting, this gang thing was just
They need to
nonsense.
be proactive with their own community
Yeah,
in
but-
stopping the cycle.
In stopping the cycle, because what I'm saying is the cycle is there, and we are seeing these kids riding past us every day, and we are not saying nothing to these kids because you know why? Wait, they're not our kids.
Right, I was about to say,
So we gonna
that's
say-
another thing that's missing,
Yeah.
okay? When we was growing up, you could not do anything round that corner that your mum didn't know about, because Miss Jones don't tell Miss Brown that came to you and said,
Yeah.
I see Sharon round the corner doing A, B, and C.
Yeah.
So by the time you get home,
News is
your
good.
your
Right.
mum was ready to take the black off your skin. And not only that, I should be able as a mother and you as a father, haul up a child that I see behaving out of order.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, that's the first thing I was scared of, is being hauled up by somebody else's parent.
Man,
You
gonna
can't do that no more. People say, don't you talk to my child like that. Who do you think you are? And it's a case of, all right then, I leave your picnic to do whatever it is they're doing, seeing as you want to fight me
Some people
over
might,
your child doing something wrong.
Some people might agree with me. Some people might don't. Like I said, but for me, like I said personally, yeah, I think, yeah, once you was involved in a certain life, yeah, and now you've come and you realize and recognize, yeah, you should now try and make sure you steer your kids differently, and you
Yes.
should not want to see your son riding around in any form of fully black, because me
I
and you know.
agree.
If you've been through that life, you know what it's been through. And loads of ladies, which is mothers, they've got brothers, they've got cousins, they've got all that who
Yeah.
have been through that life, so they know it. Yeah. So you just in your child, I'm saying, even if they was hustling their own money and they're coming out like that, you as a mother or a father, you need to make sure that you see them and says, listen, son, don't do that. I know loads of kids who don't dress like that, yeah, and they're out there doing what they're doing, but you don't even see them because they're blending. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I'm not trying to tell people, okay, blending or
Blend
whatever,
in and do it.
and
It's
do
a
it.
case of-
I'm just trying to say, listen, you have to try and
Stop this black
this
mentality.
black mentality and this kind of stereotype, because you're still calling it on yourself. Yes, it's not right for someone else to look in on us and said, okay, we're doing this or we're doing that. But yes, at the same time, if it's a spade, innit?
Yeah.
If you're doing something, yeah, then you're gonna get called out for doing what you're doing. And
Yeah.
if this is what you're doing, you're riding around every day, you're dressing like gang member, you're dressing like balaclavas, you're doing all this, then it's not right. You're not supposed to
and
be.
sorry, but I've got to bring it back to, why is the dad not hauling them up? This is all the dad's outside out of road, putting his spliff, chatting with his friends. Be an example. Haul you pick me up. What are you doing?
I know, but you see, this is the thing.
What are you doing?
If the mom, like we said, doesn't give the dad respect in the house in the first place, that's why most dads just stepped away. And then when they see the kids on the outside, they can't talk to them kids. Them kids want to bang their own dad out.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's disgusting. You know what I mean? You got kids talking to the dad like idiots. Like, oh, who you talking to? Go on, you get me F off. You get me? Yeah. Oh, you want me to knock you out? You get me? Yeah. So if you think about all this, yeah, most dad is easier. And you know what it is?
If my son threatened, if I was a man
Mhm.
and my son threatened to knock me out, I'd
Yeah.
front him.
Yeah.
I'd say, come.
No, but Sharon,
Don't you understand what I'm saying?
no, I heard you, but I'm gonna tell you this, and this is what enough people don't know. So a lot of us come from Jamaica, yeah,
Yes.
and we've been through the situation, and we've been where we've probably get disrespected by whether a son or a stepson or whatever.
Yes.
But one thing that stepson doesn't know, or that son doesn't know, is that they're very lucky that we are in the UK and we live in it.
Yes.
Because I could tell them that, yeah,
Oh, God,
if you was anywhere else, yeah, or if we wasn't thinking about our future, yeah,
Yes.
of not getting deported back home or whatever the thing is
Yes.
hanging, I could tell you guys, you would have a different total ball game. You understand me? So them having that now, most guys just give it to them and says, okay, it's okay. But they feel genuinely like they could knock their
But
dad
have they
out.
tried
Yeah.
fronting them? You might not want to actually
No,
hit
no,
them,
but
but,
that-
have they brought that sense of fear?
No, but he probably physically hurt him in a way where he probably...
Because my big son did it. He did it to me. We were arguing and he stood in the kitchen and he went, come on, you bitch, I'm ready for you. I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
I said, I looked back, I said, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Did you really say that?
Yeah.
And I went in the drawer in the kitchen
For that pepper sauce.
and I pull out a knife. I said, listen, right. No, serious. I said, listen, right. I give you life and I will take this life from you here and now. And that boy skedaddled out the front door, out the back door. Because I'm not ramping. I'm not going to turn into one of them parents that get pushed around by their kids. I wasn't going to hurt him.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Do you think I would really take a knife
Yeah, what you
and
see-
damage my child?
Yeah, but you see, this is what I'm saying to you is, in some cases, if they've been fronted, they probably will get hurt, and that's why most guys just stepped away, because they wouldn't want to be doing to their son what they would probably do to someone
He ran
else.
away to his
You know what I
dad,
mean? Yeah.
and then his dad wanted to know what went on between the two of them, and he wouldn't tell his dad, and he wouldn't tell his dad, and he said, listen, I know your mum would sleep on the floor for you, your mum would eat dirt to make sure you had food on your plate. What have you done? So he couldn't even go to his dad's and get his dad's support
You know,
in that respect.
Yeah, because when you're wrong, innit? So at the end of the day, there's no one supposed to be supporting his wrongs.
Yes.
Yeah. And
And I'm not saying that what I did was right, but you're not perfect as a parent. You live and you learn. But there's one thing I'm not going to have is my child fronting me. It's just not working.
I think
you have to go to social services if you're going to do that kind of stuff.
I think for the mothers, yeah, they need to not saying every one of them, so don't get that twisted either. Yeah, I'm saying for the ones who are having these broken
relationships with
the baby fathers and trying to make it affect the growing up of the child.
I don't think they realise that it is. Actually,
Yeah, but you see,
I think they're blind to it because they're selfish.
They are blind to it, and not until the kids get to probably like
15,
16, especially when it involves boys, yeah, then that's when they start realizing, oh, something
They're
is not
looking at
right.
probation and young
you get me?
offenders.
Yeah.
By then, the dad don't want to know.
But no one don't want to know, because not even the mum don't want to know at that time, because they're going through so much stress.
They
yeah?
still do it.
You know what I
though.
mean? Yeah.
I'm telling you for nothing.
No.
But they still go to probation. They still go into prison.
Because they don't want
but
the child to
dad
look bad.
don't do it. The dad will not go into prison.
Because it's not with the nonsense.
Right.
Yeah, it's simple. That's what I'm saying. The mum will try to make the thing look good. This is what I'm saying to you. It's all up front. Yeah, but at the same time, if you should have done the work on the back, yeah, from the start, making sure that okay, the child have respect for the dad, regardless if we are together or if we are not together, because this is it, and it's a two-way street. Don't get it twisted. Like I'm saying, really, the dad's supposed to have respect, period. But like I said, most cases for me, where I can say, yeah, is where I can see most guys complain is where the mum concerns, yeah, and most guys will just stay back and step out. They don't want to be a certain dad, but it's easier, and life is easier without stress and disrespect. Who wants that? Yeah, no one.
Yeah.
And you need to know this, Sharon. Yeah, if a mother doesn't show you respect as a father around the child, even though we go over that already, yeah? Now, you have to know this, yeah? There is a very, very, very high possibility, yeah? None of those child will treat you the same, yeah? You might have 1 in 10 or 1 in 20 probably, yeah? But most of those child will not, and they won't value you as a father. You probably remember doing all these things to them, and they turn up to and say, oh, you never done shit for me.
Oh God.
Yeah, you get me. What have you done for me? And you could remember when you was running up and down, doing this and that. But because one situation now, it turns everything upside down. And this
Yes.
child now will start asking, oh, my dad is not, he ain't do nothing for me.
Yeah,
What
he's a
has he done for me?
waste
He's a waste man. He's a waste man because he heard his mum says that, and his mum tell him that. But not until he gets to a certain age, 30 and beyond, when he start having his own baby mother's problem now, he start realizing, wait, you know what? Something's not right here, you know. Oh, dad, who is he gonna go to?
But the cycle starts again.
But this is what I'm saying to you, is we have to break the cycle, and that's the whole point. If the mothers from in the household
I agree.
is not trying to break the cycle, it will never
And
break.
It sounds so awful, and maybe it's because I've got boys, I don't know. But they need to put a strap on it, man. My son, my big son, when he had his daughter, you see the kids of today, they don't think about how families, the outer family are going to get on. When he had his daughter, it was time to christen her. We are C of E, they are Catholic. There was this big argument about how she's going to get christened, under what denomination. That girl's 15 and has never been christened because they can't get on over something as simple as a christening. You go out, you sleep raw, make babies without knowing whether your life in the future or families are compatible. Kids today need to stop sleeping round raw, not thinking about who they're making babies to. Stop it. It's not just about diseases, it's also about future children. You're having your children, your future, then you start thinking your kid is going to grow up just as broken as you are.
Yeah, but you see, the word
The
independent,
cycle
the word independent, women take it and turn it into a different level. Yeah, they overuse the word in an excessive way of saying, oh, I'm independent, I don't want you, I'm independent. And at the end of the day, they miss the whole point. Yeah, being independent is not about not wanting a man in your life. That's not independent.
No, it's not.
You understand what I'm saying to you? That's stupid. But you see, for black, but this is funny.
We got independent twisted.
But this is what I'm saying to you now, Sharon. Yeah, it's funny. You don't hear white people saying this. You don't hear Asian people saying this. Who you heard saying this? Only the black race. You heard saying, oh,
Black, British, and Caribbean.
Whatever
the
the race.
African culture.
You know what, I'm glad you addressed that
Don't
as well.
do that.
You know what, though? And
The African culture, they don't do that.
And I have to give this to my Africans. Yeah.
Sorry.
I have to give this to my Africans. Yeah. You have to respect them. Yeah, because the way the work ethic, the principle, all of that. You understand what I'm saying?
It don't happen.
It doesn't happen in that way. But in our culture, in our community, we see this every day. It's like, oh, we're independent. We don't want it.
Black, British, and Caribbean.
And
it's just sad.
Who do you say is the rare stuff in success? Yeah. What we talk. Would we say? What would you say the word was? If we're talking about success between Jamaicans and the Caribbeans and the Nigerians or the Africans per se.
Well, the Africans are more successful in life when it comes to family orientation, career, education, all that goes around it because they've been brought up in that remit, in that unit, and what it means to be a family and the beliefs to be a community because the families are beyond the people that live in their house and stuff like that. They recognize that everybody within the family, the structure, has an influence and an impact on how this child is raised. They all contribute. Caribbean children, they are slightly more successful because their parents are coming from a completely different background, and that struggle So you find that the parents there, the good parents, they're more like they've got more of the reins on the children.
But you see that generation who came here in the say 40s, 50s, 60s, yeah, and 70s, those are which you would fall under their kids.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Generation now, yeah.
First British
the first
born.
British born, yeah, and then your kids would fall under you now. So this is where I think the translation's lost. The translation
British.
lost between the first and the second British, yeah. So and that's where the translation has lost. Now the third generation now is a total different. You can't speak to them. They don't want to hear nothing. Cultural. They don't know themselves.
No.
They don't know where they're from. Half of them, if you even ask them where their grandparents are from, they don't even know. Yeah, and these are
They
people.
don't know nothing beyond England.
But this is what I'm saying to you, innit? But that's not what they should know. If you should ask an African child this, they would be able to tell you all their parents right back, because at the end of the day, it's been culturally fought. Like I said, their household expand beyond the household. Yeah, it's a community thing. Yeah, so it's not just a one person thing. So I think we as the Caribbean people, yeah, we need to start doing better, because we are the one who's at last right now, yeah. At the end of the day, some people gonna disagree and says, oh yeah, this one have that, but we need to do numbers and we need to do facts, yeah. Like we said, we can see Africans. When I pass the private school, I see maybe 100 black kids. At least 85 of them I would say is Africans.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know the Africans without a shadow of doubt. You understand me? Yeah, I know the Africans.
Even down to the British hip hop scene, a lot of the famous artists, rappers are Africans.
Yeah.
They're Africans, and not maybe adults don't realize this, but the younger generation do. They know that the rappers they're listening to are of African descent.
Yeah, this is what I'm
It
saying.
It just shows you that they're even successful when it comes to a musical career.
No.
Something that our British born black children, Caribbean English, black children are desperate to get on the train.
Yeah.
And you tell me what's going wrong for them.
Yeah, well, we have got, but
you
not in the
understand
numbers
what
as
I'm
in the
saying?
Africans do. Yeah, of course we do, because we got gigs. We have all them man's sending from descent. Innit?
Yes.
But at the same time, like I said, number don't lie. So number wise, the Africans are doing way more, because then you've got Skepta, you got all of them man. I'm not really sure if Skepta. Stormzy, all them man's
and
African.
he's a very educated man,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't realize that this man has got a degree in literature. He's a vegetarian. People don't know, some of the people don't know that side of him. They just see a black rapper and don't realize that there's more to this guy than what you see. I was quite impressed.
So this is it now, Sharon, yeah? We're gonna wrap up, yeah?
Yes, I know.
So
we could be at it all day, really.
So this is it, what I say to my people them now, yeah? So this was something that I've said in the past, but now I'm trying to see if I can
move it forward,
yeah? What I want to do for my people and my community, yeah, is start a 3 days a week or 2 days a week even private class, yeah? Now that class will start from year 3 to year 6 students, yeah? Now the purpose of that year 3 to year 6 is because I want them to have 3 years to study, yeah, to take the entrance test to St. Bede's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you can get on the bursary.
Because then you can get on the. You understand my point? Because there's a lot of people from the community who cannot afford.
And all the private schools that take bursaries.
All the private schools. It don't matter. I just use them as an example.
Well, I want to extend it because.
This is it.
Sorry, forgive me, but black people can be very narrow-minded, and because you said St. Bede's, they don't see beyond.
Yeah, you're right. But my point is, any private school that takes, you get me, that does the entrance test, yeah. So basically, the point of that is to try and bring up the achievement level.
Yes.
As in, not saying that we are not achieving, but what I'm trying to say is, like I said again, yeah. We are not achieving on the level as Black Caribbean. We are not achieving on the level as the Africans, as our African
partners. And our children are clever, you know.
And they are very clever. They're just not being pushed.
Really clever kids.
So I'm saying,
just slipping.
If we can, if I can get some form of class started, because I went to see someone at the Millennium Centre
Yes.
a couple of years ago about this, and they was charging like £100 an hour and £50 an hour for the class, which I was thinking was a bit expensive. Anyway, what I'm trying to find, like I said, is two great teachers, a male and a female.
That
Yeah.
can, from the
Yeah.
community that are willing to give back.
No, but it's not for free, because
No,
basically
I know,
we've got
but they've got to be willing to give back.
yeah, but you see,
It
education.
might not be free, but they might not be willing to give
So,
back.
so you see, to me, free education is limited. So that's why I said that, for me, I want it to be funded. Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, what I want to do is to pay staff to do their job, so they do it properly. If you're not doing it correct, I won't. Not because you're doing me a favor, you're not going to turn up today. You're going to prioritize. I want someone who needs that job and who takes it very serious. So if you're saying that, okay, you're coming in 3 hours, okay, £30 an hour, yeah, that's £90, yeah, for one day, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go 2 days for the week, you get £180, yeah.
Yes.
So that's 180 twice, because we've got a male and we've got a female, because that's my plan.
Yes.
You've got to have a teacher on both sides.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of schools are missing male influences.
Male influence in the
and
book. We
that's
need
what
a male
education
influence, because
system
my
has agreed
my
with.
maths thing was always male teachers. Like they give me a different. I don't know, with maths and male teachers. To me, they was the best.
There's not enough male teachers in the education system anyway, and they agree, the government agreed, that male teachers make a massive impact on the education of children.
Especially
And if
black.
the government can say that
Yeah.
about their own schools,
This is what I'm saying to you, innit?
right, there is
So-
something in it.
So therefore, that's what I'm saying. If I can get my one teacher, male teacher, one female teacher, yeah, like I said, pay them good enough for them to respect the job,
Yeah.
take it seriously, yeah. Not only that, make sure they teach to the level of commitment that I'm expecting, because
the key stage levels.
the key stage, because none of the teaching that I'm planning to teach these kids is of normal school, yeah. All the teachings will come from the private school, yeah. So like I said, from year 3 kids, they can attend year 3, year 4, year 5, yeah. Year 6 to get ready to take that entrance test, yeah. So if my achievement is if I can get 3 to 5 kids per year to graduate,
Yes.
well, not to graduate, to take the entrance test,
Yes.
yeah, then to me, that's a big success for the community.
Yes, it
yeah?
is.
And not only so, 5 years after that, when these 5 kids or 3 kids, whoever is graduating, yeah, then that's even a bigger achievement.
Yeah.
Seeing them coming. But not only that,
We'll have so many children down the
every
line
year-
that can see, well, all I need to do is knuckle down
is it.
and I can achieve it.
and every year we'll have graduates from that same little classroom,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, who is entering private school
Mm-hmm.
for free. Yeah, and to me, that there's nothing greater if someone could
Well, I
get a
need
head
to look
start.
at the camera and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just say this, Blacks. I'm calling out to all the people that work in the system, that know about grants, know about funding, know about applying to things like the lottery, or anything that has funding attached to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There are experienced people out there. No, there are. We've got people in the
there is,
black
but Sharon, I
community.
don't cut you, but one thing I want to say about that, I appreciate what you say. This is what I want to say about the funding. Because for me, what I realize in our community, we don't do anything if it's not funded.
You want?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and not saying that I want funded, because basically I can't start it and I can't be consistent. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to go in funding to someone creating something for me because they can get something out of it. Because I don't want a penny out of
You're
anything.
not looking for no profit, no gain.
I don't want no one working with me for profitable organization trying to get. Everything I'm doing now is free. You understand me? My
Yes.
time is free, and you can't buy my time at the end of the day. But basically, I'm trying to do something for the community. Yeah, hence why I'm doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, people
I
say, "Oh
get
yeah,
that.
he's making money from YouTube channel."
No.
YouTube don't pay me enough for me to
No, I
come and
know.
sit down and talk
People
to anyone.
don't get that.
They don't get that. You
It's
understand
just
me? Yeah.
ignorance.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if I can use the channel to send a message, yeah, and try to get to our people, that's the whole idea. And like I said, now we're talking. If I can get funded, yeah, I want to work with someone who's gonna do it just for doing its sake. I don't want someone to come in it as no partner, none of that.
No.
You understand me? Yeah, you're just doing it and lining it up because you know the success,
Personally,
what can come out of it
when you
for
look
the
at it,
community.
when you talk about funding,
Yeah.
I'm seeing it as a ball roller.
Yeah.
Because the funding can't be
need it.
consistent,
Mhm.
but we need something that can set the ball rolling,
Simple as.
find the facilities,
Yeah.
set up the teaching thing in the system,
yeah.
then we can start the ball rolling and get things moving. After that, it's about being self-sufficient and self-supportive.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from,
Yeah.
but we all need someone to start the snowball.
Yeah,
A
and-
snowball starts this big.
Yeah.
It's like a mustard seed.
And
It's
that-
a very small seed that grows into a very big tree.
And that's exactly what I want to do. So anyone, like I said, who would like to get on board and see that ball
Yes.
start rolling, because I said this in the past already a couple of years back, and nothing came of it. Because
There's
like
a
I
lot
said,
of people that
yeah.
watch this show, and it reaches more people than we, maybe
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
give credit for.
Yeah, yeah.
And that just the last interview I had, I was kind of surprised that people had watched it, people that I don't even know,
Yeah.
but because I've got a dead distinct full voice. One time I was getting some jerk chicken, and this guy turned and says, "Oh, you're that woman that was on Mossad TV," and that's what I did. I started laughing, and I said, "Did you recognize my voice?" And he went, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." You know, so
Yeah.
we're reaching out, and hopefully the right people are being reached out to, and will hear the call
Yeah.
and come forward. We have got school teachers out
Yeah,
there
yeah.
that have the academic abilities
But then, like, so
and that to do what we need.
And back to the topic as well, we need more, like I said, more dads to be active with their kids, you know, with the child, you know, especially
Find
with
a
the,
corner.
especially with the sons, you know. What would be a great idea is every maybe once every month, you know, could probably put something on with the dads, just dads and the sons, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, just come to the park, just do something, you know, and just try and, you know,
Dad's Day.
yeah, just Dad's Day, just out with the kids,
Yeah.
do something, whatever, you know what I mean? But especially, like I said, my focus is with the boys because the boys are getting into so much
It's too
issues. It's too much.
I feel so
You know what I
lucky.
mean? Yeah.
I
And-
feel blessed, and I'll tell you that for nothing. Knowing the road,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
I've walked it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm still walking it, and he's in his 30s, and that road does never stop walking.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as they keep entering the judicial system,
Yeah.
if you have love for your child, that road you
Yeah.
will always keep walking.
And one next topic before we go, what I would like to tap on while we're here is
By all means.
this county lines. Yeah, if you don't know what county lines is as a parent, you need to go and look it up. Yeah, county line. Yeah, is a very serious crime. Yeah, it's going on with all these young boys. Not all of them, but most of these young boys.
I'm sorry,
they-
give the time to educate,
Yeah,
because
then-
I don't know what
So
county
county lines is where people are recruiting young boys to sell
Oh,
drugs,
okay.
yeah, and to do stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah,
You put up a thing on
I did put up a thing
on
when I was
Mossad
watching.
TV.
Yes,
It was very
yeah,
scary.
yes, it is.
It was.
But
It
you see,
was very scary. The hiring, the taking kids
Yeah.
from our area
Yeah.
and bringing them to
Way
other
out.
cities
Yeah.
where they're just definitely not known to
So-
sell their drug. Oh gosh.
No, but you know,
it was scary.
but you see, this is what I'm saying
Should
to you.
put
is
a link back to that.
Parents got to pay attention to their child coming out the house. If you've got a son and your son is in between 12, he starts high school from year 7 anyway. What you need to be doing is making sure every day. I don't know how you're gonna do it or how you will do it, but you need to make sure your child, when they leave for school, you need to make sure they are actually in school. Yeah, because loads of the boys them don't end up in school. They're on road doing all sort of shit. Yeah, during the day, you know, and parents don't even aware of what's going on until it's too late. Yeah, so county lines is something where parents need to sit down, have a talk with the kids, as the same as joint enterprise. Yeah, because joint enterprise is something that you're walking down the road, you get into one kid get into a fight, then next thing you know, everyone is in jail.
I don't know if schools are picking and choosing, and I must be honest when I say this. My second child, when he was at Parswood, he was always punctual, on time, in school, every day, never missed a day off. when he was coming to like his leaving year, he got into school like 5 minutes late. The school phoned me to tell me that he was late in school. He went mad because he said, Mum, I wasn't even 5 minutes late. And I said, it's because you're a consistent attender.
Yeah, exactly.
The minute they see you slip, they're on the phone. And they're like, I don't know if it's because they only look out for the children where they think they're coming from healthy backgrounds. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I think it depends on the school.
And the child, no, because they did it. My other son went to William Hume, and the same thing happened.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When he started to have a bit of attitude within the school itself, the school phoned me up and said, you know, you need to come in. We need to have a chat and stuff like that. And we went in and had a chat about, you know, him trying to throw his weight, not really throw his weight around, but you know, you push the bound. You know the saying, give an inch, take a yard, kind of thing.
I just think, like I said, parents like just need to start double checking with the kids, knowing what's going on, because your kids is probably out there doing a lot of stuff that you would never do or even think of doing. I even thought they was doing.
Well, I make sure I bought their school pants that fit properly. One time my son come home and he just didn't look right on the bottom half of him. When I draw up his clothes, he tried to pull the zip down, you know, to make them hang. But because of his build and the fact that the pants were fit, he couldn't do it. I said, don't start that nonsense in this house. Don't start that even now. If you've not got a slim child and they're walking out a little bit padded, you need to check to see if they've got tracksuit underneath there. You need to make sure that their trousers fit. So there's no way they can make them bag down or anything like that.
Check your sink for your knives. You should know how many knives you've got in your sink. You should check them when they're going to school. Don't be on this nonsense about, okay, you'd rather them defend themselves rather than really. You understand what I'm saying to you? I'm not saying that they're not supposed to defend. If you walk with a knife, you're going to use it. And if you use it, you very likely is going to be in problems, you know? So I'm saying that, like I said, it goes back to my point before. If you try to get your child at a early age to start dressing different, act different, then maybe they won't be stereotyped and be picked on by other gang members. You understand? So maybe they don't feel the need to be walking with a knife, because therefore they can feel the need to go wherever they want. This is the next bit that I don't understand.
And they're very good at targeting vulnerable children.
They are.
Gang members know vulnerable children without you even knowing what they're looking for. They see the kid that's coming home and the mum's not in from work till X amount of time and this, that and the other.
But you need to recognize if your kids are vulnerable as well. They are able to be vulnerable, because at the end of the day you can recognize that in your kids sometimes, the type of person they are, with the personality, sometimes you can tell, you know what I mean, who can speak to who. You can never tell 100%, don't get that twisted, but sometimes, like I said, you've got to evaluate and know that, okay, you know what, my son is not that type of person. You know what I mean? If someone tell him to do this, so you've got to talk to him and say, listen, if someone tell you to do this, make sure you don't do it. And this is what you do if they tell you to do that, X, Y, Z. You have to bring up a certain topic to them. You have to make sure, because at the end of the day, if they can teach your kids in school about all these nonsense, about what this is and what that is, and when they're 4 years old and 5, you're teaching kids about sex and all these. If they can teach kids all these things in school, you should have no problem at home talking to your kids about being in a gang, the effective of being around a gang, being drugs, whatever the situation is. You should not have no issue speaking to your child about that. Like I said, I've seen one child, youth is about 14, 13. I says to him, he's in his full black, he's wearing his balaclava. I says, yo, what's going on? You rolling? He's like, nah. So I says, why are you wearing a balaclava? He says, it's just the in thing, innit? It's just the style. I says, bro, that's kind of dumb. Because if a man's going down the road now and he sees you, and he's going to think, like, oh, is that? He's going to be looking back. And if he's mistaken identity, you're under a balaclava. You could match someone. You could resemble someone.
Which happened in my side already. A boy called Jesse. I don't know if he was in England.
Jesse James, I was in England.
When he died.
I don't know how the situation went there, but I heard, I was there when Jesse James.
Mistaken identity.
What's his name, Jesse James?
No, I think that one, he was in London.
No, Jesse in the Park Park, innit?
I'm talking, was it Jesse? I'm talking about the boy that was shot in Alvino's.
Yeah. In the
because
park,
they look like
across the-
somebody else.
across the road. I don't know what the situation, but I was there when Jessica got when Jessica died.
You don't want to be mistaken for somebody else.
That's what I'm saying to you. You don't want to be, and kids got to put themselves and start helping themselves, especially our black youths. Yeah, they've got good future ahead of them. A lot of them are footballers, basketballers,
showing
runners,
themselves away.
yeah, all of these cricketers. You know what I mean?
Just
Yeah,
'cause they wanna
good
be
musicians.
in-
Yeah, and just because they want to be in around certain things, now they throw
the
the
clique.
whole life away, yeah, by joining a gang or being around some people who let you do some things that
They
you're
want
not
to be in the
supposed to
clique
do.
and not seen as a nerd or be rally round on a bike on the way home
I know, but
from school.
Yeah, but that's not cool. Cool is when you left school, yeah, with your diploma, your degrees, yeah, and you're driving around in your big car, running your big business, whatever the situation is. That's cool, yeah. Cool is not trying to roll around there, because I can tell you this: you can't go from Moss Side to Long Side without not being shot at. You understand me? That's not being cool. That's being
No,
stupid.
that's
You
not
understand?
cool.
Being cool is when you're able to walk from Moss Side to Hume, to Long Side, to Wally Range, to Levinshume, to anywhere, and no one look at you
I
in
agree
any
with
way.
you.
That is being cool.
My
yeah?
boy, my barber's is in Fallowfield, and I don't like my son going there on his own, simply because he's a stranger. He doesn't, people don't know it, even though he's born and bred. People don't really know his face. Maybe it's me being an overprotective mum, but I'm scared of him getting
No,
robbed.
but you shouldn't
Do you
though, because
understand what I'm saying?
You shouldn't, because this is what I'm saying to you. He should be feel free, because he knows he's not involved in
Yeah,
any gangs or
I
anything
agree
like that.
with you.
And he doesn't dress like a gang
No, I
member.
know he's
So
23,
therefore,
but I worry about him being robbed, not getting recruited or anything like
No,
that,
no.
but being jumped
So you see
and
certain
his
things.
personal stuff being taken from
Yeah,
him.
but Sharon, you see certain things you can't protect. You know, you
I
can only
know.
do to a certain level.
I agree,
Because if
but
he's supposed to get robbed, he can get robbed on your doorstep.
I know.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And this is how you have to look at it. Because at the end of the day, one of these same kids around there could put a balaclava on and just
I
see
know.
him. Yeah. You could have someone who just wants
He has
something
been
to
jumped.
smoke. This is what I'm saying to you.
He's been jumped
Yeah.
locally.
Yeah.
So,
This is there goes my
which
point.
makes me even more worried when he goes
No,
down.
no.
But you see,
I
where
understand what you're
come
saying,
from,
yeah,
it doubles the worry.
It does, but it shouldn't, because like I said, he's got to, number one, like we're saying, he's got to be independent as a
Oh
male
yeah,
figure.
he's grown, but
Yeah.
it doesn't stop me. I'm being honest with
No,
I'm talking
I
to
hear you, I
and
hear
the,
you, I
and
hear
the
you.
public. I'm
Yeah.
being honest and trying to show you that
But-
I have those fears, but on a completely different perspective.
Yes,
So those fears that parents have
Mhm.
don't go away in that respect. That yeah, I do have a good kid. This, that, the other. Those fears that you're worried about on every level still exist, but you still got to be confident
But
enough.
I don't think some mums and dads fair like what the kids could get involved in, like, because the way I see some of them leave up
Because
the
they're
kids,
oblivious.
yeah, they're oblivious to like the whole thing, what the kids are going on with, everything, and you're thinking like, wait, that's Miss Jones' son, or that's Miss Jones. Why? How come no one's talking to
Because
him?
if
Like,
you talk
you know
to
what I
the
mean?
parent, they'll say, no, not mine.
Not my child. But you see, this is what I'm saying to you. It takes a village to raise a child, and
Yeah.
when people start realizing and recognizing and appreciating, yeah, these facts, then we listen to me. The Somali community still live like this. Yeah, the Asian community still live like this.
know.
You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Yeah. Now we are one of the, like I said, the African community still live like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are one of the only people who don't live like this. I was just in a Somali shop before, and there was a young girl who came. I was doing some printing and photocopying and stuff, and she was the one who served me. Now I looked and I'm thinking, okay, there's the dad, there's his son, and I don't know who this lady is, but she's very young. Yeah, she's probably like 20, 21.
Probably a
Yeah.
bigger sister.
Yeah, but she's working her way in a smaller sister, because the son is elder, because he runs the post office bit. Yeah. Now, I'm looking and I'm thinking, wow.
Oh, I've been in that post office. That's a family.
Yeah, well, I know it's a
It's a
family. That's
family-run
why I'm
business.
explaining
Yeah.
it to you. I know it's a family. That's what I'm explaining. That basically, when I see how these people just blend and just do whatever is necessary to make sure that you get me, and I'm thinking like, wow, for us, like, you can't even walk to two black businesses and like point out like, you know what I mean, a whole family and like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the family that running this business. You don't see it like that. And why is it like that?
I agree.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And
It's
we've been through a lot, we've owned a lot, we've lost a lot, you know what I mean? And
We're still fighting.
we're still
for a
fighting
lot.
just to hold, just to hold a little bit. We're trying to fight to hold right now. And look how long we've been here. We've been here before most of these people that we're talking about.
Yeah, we
You
have.
understand what I'm saying? We've been here for over 75
We
years.
built the railway lines, the hospitals, you name it.
Yeah, we can say
built
all
it
that we've
up.
done, but we're not saying
We've not progressed.
how stupid we've been. You
We've not
understand me? And that's
progressed.
not no disrespect. That's with every respect. Yeah, we've been in a certain way where we've just have a tunnel vision. Yeah, we've not set stuff up for the kids and the grandkids. Yeah. Now, don't forget me wrong. You know, something we'll have to address. Some of these people went through very, very, very hard life, especially the ones who came 75 years ago. Yeah. Racism, nowhere to live and all that, yeah? But that's besides the point right now, because like I said, you was born through that vine, which is a later version down. So therefore, at the end of the day, we've had, say, at least 50 years
Yes.
for us to get our actions, our act together
Yes.
and try and get on some, you get me, yeah? Because if I can look back on some communities like we're talking about, we won't say where, they just been there maybe like 15, 20 years. And they've achieved a
They've
lot.
leveled up.
They've leveled up. Visually, you can see what they've achieved, and
They've
you're thinking like,
leveled
oh, you know what I mean? Some people will watch this and says, oh yeah, house and land and this is not everything. But like I said to people, I don't want to hear that stupid excuse. Because once you have your child and you send that child to school to learn education, then you've got an agenda to become something, yeah? Because if that wasn't the case, yeah, why would you want your child to go to school, then leave school, go college? Why do you try to leave college to go university? Why did you do that? Because you want, when they leave university, for them to get a good job.
Yes.
Why did you do that? Because you want them to earn good money. Why did you want them to earn good money? Because you want them to live a good
better
life.
life.
So therefore, at the end of the day, everything boils down to that. So you can say all you want to say, money is not everything, but money is everything in the end. Because like I said, you do all these things just to achieve what? Money. Yeah, so you don't tell me that money is a. You didn't go to school just to come out and just sit around there and do free subjects.
But the money that they're hustling, they can't even do anything with it because they're hustling it. They can't go and put it down as a deposit for a house. They can't bank it and then turn around and deposit it and say, I want to buy a house. Because they're going to want to know where you got the money from
Like I
to
said-
buy the house. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like I said, for
It's-
people, yeah, we just as
They
a,
just don't
as
get
a
it.
generation, like I said, we have to get our actions together. Yeah, and I can't speak for everyone, like I said, innit? But
Neither can I. You
yeah.
can only speak from
Yeah.
your own experiences and points of view.
So, but we need to start setting boundaries for our kids, setting futures and things in place. You know, we need to start showing them
we
direct.
need to come
way.
together in
Yeah.
our own way as a
We
community.
have to, because there is no other way. Because until we do so, yeah.
Each one of us is responsible for our children.
Our
Not for
children.
your children, my child, but for our children. You know, and that's just the end of it.
Yeah.
You don't mind your kid playing with next bloody blah's kid down the road, but you got to make sure that bloody blah's kid down the road ain't doing that nonsense.
Yeah.
And if you have to pull that child and say, listen, don't be taking my son to this place or that place, or he's not going to hang around with you because you're up to no good.
Well, no.
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
it's the truth.
Yeah, I know,
If
but you see, that's
do
probably
that-
not your place to say.
Exactly, but when
Yeah.
you say that, it means that we're not a community. We're not working together to make sure that this
Yeah.
child and this child ain't
Yeah,
missed.
yeah,
You've
yeah.
got to be
No,
able
you've got
to.
a very good point. But you know what it is within this day and age now. If you go to someone child
That's
and
the
say
problem.
that, I know it is the problem, but
Careful.
the way.
Parents get upset because you shouldn't have spoken to my kid.
So what you have to do is, I would say, word it different between you, because the problem is between you and your kids.
Yes.
Because so you only can coach your child and expect them to listen to what
Well,
you said,
yeah.
but then you haven't got control over the next person's
Well,
child.
then
So-
don't hang around with them.
No,
if I catch you with them,
so this is what I'm
there's
saying. So you can
issues.
tell your son, okay, make sure you don't go over there with Tom, because, excuse me, Tom is not behaving himself, he's getting himself mixed up. And then your child should be able to listen to what you said, and that should be that. So you should even think about,
Well, when you
like,
say he's my friend, say, well, okay then,
Mhm.
you encourage Tom to
Mhm.
come and do the stuff that you're doing. Because that's
Well,
Because some of them will stand by their friend.
This
It's
is
my
it.
friend, it's my friend. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Well, but the company they're keeping is like that.
and this is where the joint enterprise come in.
Yeah,
Like I said,
and it's
yeah,
a case of,
if you
well, all right then.
if your friend is doing it and you think is your friend from that level, if he's going to prison, just remember you will be going to prison with him. So just keep that in your mind. If you're so dedicated to your friends, yeah, and you think you're not going to listen to your parent, yeah, and you're going to think, okay, my friends is this and my friends is that, you're going to be spending the time in the cell with your mate,
your
yeah,
friend.
the next 10, 20 years with your mate. Make sure you don't cry.
I even
yeah,
won't be with them, mate,
yeah.
because the police are very good at making sure they split you up.
Yeah, but
So you're all in different prisons.
yeah,
So you're not
yeah,
bumping
you get me,
shoulders
yeah.
with your mate no more.
But think about this, yeah. Lock yourself in the bathroom, yeah, just for a day. Just if you feel like you can do prison good, just lock yourself in the toilet for a day, for a whole day. Tell your mom to lock you in there, yeah. And when you need something, they will bring some food to you, and you see how that feel, yeah. If you can spend your whole day in that like a 6-foot bathroom, whatever it is, yeah, and do whatever in there.
Give him a
yeah?
sleeping bag
And give
and
him a
sleep
sleeping
right
bag.
next to
Yeah,
this toilet.
yeah,
Because that's
and
what
sleep.
they have to do.
But that's exactly what
Sleep
it
near
is.
the
You've got to
toilet.
sleep next to the toilet.
And
So that's
sleep
why
next to the sink.
yeah, so and sleep next to the sink. So give them, lock them in the toilet. If your son is at home acting up like he think, oh, prison isn't this and whatever, and he don't want to listen, lock him in the toilet then, yeah, for a day or 2 days, yeah, and feed him. Yeah, and ask him, yeah, after 2 days, I said, just ask him. I said, oh, that's what prison is like. The toilet is there, the sink is there, you sleep there. I said, you okay with that? And if he's okay with that, then that's the life he chooses, then that's his thing, innit? But don't say you haven't tried. But trust me, yeah, you need to give him that scare. But Sharon, before we go, you said you're going to have something at Westwood Street.
Yes.
You'll have to tell us about that.
On the 3rd of September, I'm doing an event. I'm very struggling with the title, but it's more or less to breathe life back into Westwood Street. As we all know, Westwood Street is going through a hard time as a community centre. In the years, maybe some people don't remember, but I clearly do, Westwood Street used to be open on a Sunday, and it had a positive impact on the community. For the elders, we came at 2-3 o'clock, enjoyed the day / the night, and at the end of the night, 10-11 o'clock, people went home about their business. It weren't no dancehall thing, it was just a way of bringing the community together. I want to do the same thing. I'm not looking for no profit or for no gain. I'm charging £5 at the door so that the money can be used to rehire the hall, to do it again. And I've also asked someone to come in and sell jerk, chicken, and maybe some food. So you've got some food you can buy while you're there, and just to enjoy a nice Sunday daytime. In the day you can bring the kids, but once it reaches 7 o'clock, come on now, big people time. Children got to go home and go bed. They've got school in the morning. So this is what I want to see people come with the support and love, and also to come and join and become a member of Westwood Street. Because if you're not in it, you can't win it. Stop moaning, join, have a say, and make a change.
Okay. All
Thank
right
you
then.
very much.
Thank you. Must I Talk TV. So make sure you like, subscribe for the video, yeah? Okay, thank you, yeah? Thanks, Sharon, yeah?
No, you're welcome.